And there seems to be no end in sight, with a crisis rocking the New Nigeria People's Party, as a group within the party on Tuesday suspended the NNPP flag bearer for the February the 25th presidential poll, Rabiu Kwankwaso. Now, the former Kano State governor, who came fourth in this year's presidential election, was suspended by the group led by NNPP chieftains Boniface Anebonam and Agbo Major. The group led by Mr. Anebonam and Major suspended Mr. Kwankwaso at a special General Assembly held at the Rockview Hotels in the Apapa area of Lagos State. The group said material evidence in public affirmed that Mr. Kwankwaso was involved in anti-party activities in various meetings with candidates of different political parties. The group also said Mr. Kwankwaso's political hobnobbing earned him 6 months suspension pending the outcome of investigation by a disciplinary committee. As the federal government is ensuring minimal effects from the proposed opening of Lagdo Dam in Cameroon, about 40,000 farmers in 3 local governments in Adamawa State have been empowered with food processing machines and post-harvesting equipment by the German government. The intervention is in collaboration with the state government and an NGO, Nuru Foundation Nigeria, aimed at boosting the state food production. And TVC News Wolabi Denusi filed in this report.
The activities of the dreaded homegrown terrorists known as Boko Haram has greatly affected the farming businesses in Hong, Gombe and Minchika local governments of Adamawa State. The 3 council areas and communities under them were once under Boko Haram control before they were liberated by Nigerian soldiers in 2015. The government of Germany is working in partnership with Nuru Foundation to make sure that most of the displaced farmers return to their farms. Now, 16 registered cooperative groups across Gombe, Hong and Minchika have now been empowered with farming equipment to enhance food sufficiency. Speaking at the flag-off exercise at Gombe, the managing director of Nuru Foundation said the intervention to the farmers is to renew their hope and challenges of food security in the country.
The German Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development, BMZ, and our co-implementers, the German Agency for International Cooperation, GIZ, for their show of true partnership, support, and funding of this project that economically empowers our people.
Her remarks, the German ambassador to the country said the collaboration effort has recorded positive results by fostering economic growth, promoting sustainable agriculture.
To improve their livelihoods have been put to very good use by the organization Nuru, with which we are implementing this project.
Governor Amadou Fintri, who was represented at the event by the State Commissioner of Entrepreneur James Ilia, thanked Nuru Foundation Nigeria for the intervention and promised government will support to fight hunger and poverty in the state. The beneficiaries have this to say.
A machine is with us. We can do it at our own convenience, and it will bring income to us.
I thank God, I thank the opportunity to give us everything.
President Bola Tinubu has appealed to foreign partners to invest more in the nation's agricultural sector. Experts are of the view that projects like this will return IDP farmers to their farms and empower vulnerable groups in the community financially.
And from Lagos, let's turn attention to Abuja, where a 7-day flood alert has been handed down to some states following the opening of the Lagdo Dam by Cameroonian authorities. Now, with that in mind, the federal government says it has set up an interagency collaboration to ensure effects of the dam opening is minimal on Nigeria. And Moyo Thomas reports.
The federal government on Monday confirmed that Lagdo Dam has been opened by the Cameroonian authorities and that all the frontline states may experience flooding within the next 7 days. It is a matter of grave concern that had prompted the first collaborative meeting between the Ministers of Water Resources, Environment and Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. The aim is to find a solution to the perennial flood problems in Nigeria. The ministers acknowledge it is a collective responsibility and the bulk of the work is at the state and local government levels. They want individuals also to take preventive measures such as clearing drainage and keeping their environment clean.
We are going to be working with the state government and even the local governments to provide this temporary shelter for them. This is part of the humanitarian intervention in those areas. Of course, we had mentioned other interventions, including food and the rest of them. State governments have actually been responsive. However, it has not been very adequate to cater for all the persons affected. And so we are encouraging the Nigerian Governors Forum to step up on its actions.
Removing unwanted structures that are blocking waterways and also keeping the environment clean to reduce the menace of flooding, as the government at its own end is putting 1 or 2 measures in place for total eradication of this flooding.
We are issuing hourly warning alerts on floods, not only with respect to the River Benue, but in most parts of the country, including River Niger, and even in the south of Nigeria, we're issuing hourly alerts.
The ministers are quick to assure that the water level is not a threat yet, and that measures are just being put in place should rain volumes increase. The meeting has now gone into a closed-door session where they will come up with recommendations to be forwarded to President Bola Tinubu on efforts to mitigate and prevent further flood disasters in Nigeria. Moya Thomas, TVC News, Abuja.